Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jan, and in this video I want to tell you about bad and good days and months for trading on Forex. First of all, of course, I want to warn you about the risk, because Forex is not only the place where you can make money, you also can lose everything you invested. So you have to be very careful and invest only amount you are prepared to lose. And it's all up to you if you decided to trade or not. Maybe you need financial advice, so you need to ask professional. So I'm only sharing with you my thoughts and the experience, and so it's all up to you if you want to trade or not. So now we can continue to our main topic. So again, today I'll tell you about my experience trading from 2005 up until today, the best months and days in my opinion and according to my trades. So let's start from the months. Okay, let's talk about let's say everything is all right in the economy. Let's say nothing is happening globally, financially, no wars and nothing else, which is very rare, as you know. But we're talking about, like, of course, the main pairs, as I trade euro dollar, so of course it would be also the pound dollar and European, let's say American and European currencies. So of course anything can happen in the world, we always have something, but let's say if it's pretty quiet and a bit stable and nothing major is happening, so the best months for me, in my opinion, is autumn months. It's September, October, November and the middle of December. I noticed that those months are the best for me to trade, and I get usually very good profit those months, and mostly no losing trades. Well, it all depends, of course, what strategies you use, but those months are the best for me, in my opinion. Even the last 2 years, you saw I was showing you the results of my trades, and they were autumn 2013 and autumn 2014. And I think those months are well, is because, of course, it's important. We need to bear in mind UK is very important, and USA very important. So Europe, let's say, those days in autumn, many people are coming back from their holidays, also the children holidays at school finishes. So that's why I understand that people are back to the market, and that's why those months are more profitable. So for me anyway, I think that's how I can explain why it's better. So then afterwards, talking about the days, because you know, the middle of December, all religion holidays, Christian holidays, Christmas, and it starts from Christmas Eve, 24th of December, and you know that it's Christmas Day, it's the Boxing Day in the UK, it's New Year Eve, and it's New Year. So I don't usually trade those days. Well, I don't trade those days, not usually. I just do not trade from the middle of December till the middle of January. And usually I don't even trade the January, because I have many holidays in my country also in January, and personal holidays. I have birthdays, so I don't trade January at all. But in my opinion, from the middle of the January up to summer months, up to, like, let's say June, is not as bad time to trade too. But compared to autumn, as I say, autumn would be on my first place. So autumn would be the best, and then it would be winter months and spring months. In spring also have to be pay attention on Easter holidays again, because there is also like bank holiday on Monday, and holiday in schools for Easter school's holiday. So of course I bear in mind, and I usually don't trade those days. And so taking the worst months for me of trading is the summer months. And the June is usually kind of not too bad, let's say, but July, middle of July, August are not very good. Well, is again, I think is because of course many people are going on holidays, and also school holidays. I think they start sometime in the middle of July and finishes sometimes at the beginning of September. And also the beginning of September is also quite a bit slow, a little bit, and then the market works well. For me, again, I'm repeating it. It's in my all experience. That's how I noticed how the market works. Of course, it depends on what system you use. I think when you are trading like few weeks or few months or few days, it might be okay. But as I'm trying to trade just daily trades most often, then for like daily trades it's not always moves in some months, not moves well market, not enough for what I need to get. And also with the news, I noticed that the news during the summer months are not stable, let's say. They are jumping, they like can jump one direction and then move direction, so not as good as the news usually happen in the autumn. So that's my own opinion. So that's how I noticed for all these years how the market works. And again, as I'm saying, just always remember about everything that's happening in the world, the financial situation in Europe, in US, the currency pay the countries, the currency pay your trading. So of course you need to pay attention on what is happening. Because of course it may be like this year it was good in autumn, but you know in the previous years there were some not very good events, bad events, and not always it would have been good to trade in autumn, let's say, some months. It's all kind of like a summary, I'd say, because you always have to watch and follow the news, what's happening in the world, not just economically, but in total also what happens to the weather or wars or anything else. So that's kind of like about that. And about the days, the best and worst days, of course I don't trade on holiday days. As I said, the Christmas days, the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, New Year Eve, then there's the Russian holidays in January, I don't trade, and also of course the Easter holidays, those days I don't trade. Then for example in the US, like 4th of July, the Independence Day, I wouldn't trade. And so if you would check the major holidays in the countries, I would say you have to be attentive. Usually those days will be very slow. Again, if nothing is happening at all, just a normal condition on the market, then I notice it's very slow. So for me, for example, for my trades, it's not good. So that's why I avoid all the holidays days of trading. And I don't have personally, let's say, just like during the week, let's say Monday to Friday, which exactly day I don't prefer to trade. Usually I avoid Mondays because of some of my strategies. Like the channel usually, if it's created from the previous day and the market closed, it might be good, but when the market opens, it could be a gap, and I don't trade gaps, but I will tell you about how some people trade gaps. And of course I bear in mind about the gaps because there are some points about the gaps, and you need to know something about it, and I'll tell you about it in one of the videos. And so sometimes so my system, like the channel system, doesn't work on Monday, and sometimes also triangles, when I draw triangles, not very big ones, if they're from the previous day, for example, they also might not work well when the market opens. So that's why I'm usually very careful. But if there is a good, like let's say triangle, or there is something else, I can see the pattern, good pattern to see, then I would probably place the order even if it's a Monday. And also the Friday evening, before the market closes, I'm also quite careful about that. I'm trying to close everything before the market closes, and it just depends again what system I'm trading. And of course, if there is a good pattern and I can see there might be something is good happening, and I know maybe there will be news or anything else, but I will put the trades on Friday. So that's what I'm saying. It all kind of depends what is happening and what the conditions on the market at the moment. So that's why there are no really bad and good days you have to avoid, or you have to trade in this particular day or this particular month. That's in summary what is my opinion is. But of course, if something happening in the market, you have to follow the news and see what is going to happen next, and bear it in mind. And just remember about anything can happen on the Forex. So that's why it's always listening and watching what is happening, what is going on. But well, that's all for now. I think I told you everything I wanted. Hopefully it was useful. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye everyone.